Right, hi. So the next job for me is to refit this turbocharger. So this is my turbocharger, a VF35. Double check that. Yeah, VF35. It's just been rebuilt by Turbodynamics in Christchurch, which is near Bournemouth, Dorset. Absolutely fucking mint. Looks beautiful. Obviously, you know, I'm sure it operates as beautifully as it looks. So that's good, yeah. But yeah, I mean, you can't fault that. It literally looks mint. So that's good. And yeah, these are the original parts that they took out. And they replaced it all with brand new, genuine stuff. So that's good. This had you know a significant amount of play. And now there is literally the most fraction of minuscule bits of play which is meant to be there, because you need from what I've read, most tiny bit for to allow for expansion on there. There's literally as I said, there's a like ridiculously small amount of play. So that's good. Whereas before it was blatantly wobbling, and I think I put another video on for that. But yeah, wobbling like a bandit. If not, I'll add that part of the video to the end of this video once it's done. These parts here I'm going to clean up first and reinstall those. So I'll just clean them up. Got a new metal brass crush washers, whatever their technical name is, to go in there as well. But I'll get that all looking sweet. And new filter there, which I think that was for the oil drain tube as opposed to a coolant tube. I think that's the oil drain one. So that's good. That's all looking sweet. Here's the car for it to go in. So I'm going to put the turbocharger in first and then offer up the downpipe. I think that's the order that it was in, because I've got a feeling that the downpipe went on afterwards, because that way you can access the bolts. There's a bolt or two, you know, just to the right hand side of that there, which I've got a feeling was possibly in the way. If you had the downpipe there, that's where you have to move the downpipe. But yeah, that's going to go in there. I believe the most difficult part is reconnecting the oil drain tube, which is there. So there is a clip on there which I've cable tied, and my kind of initial plan is to spray some silicone lube on the bottom of the turbocharger, put it in, and then if I can reach it, then snip the cable tie, and then that will then expand the little clip. That's kind of how my plan is. But I've not refitted one of these before, so it might be a case of it might be super piss easy. I'm not sure, but that's my little technique there that might possibly provide some benefit. Come in the box there, and then I've got the inter to go back on afterwards. Yep, so I'm going to clean these up now, get these on, and then and aim just to bolt the turbocharger in. Today I've got new gaskets, genuine Subaru gaskets for this and this, and for the other end of the downpipe as well, so it's all spot on. Cool, nice one. But yeah, Subaru WR1 VF35 turbocharger. Yep, also part 2. So the turbocharger, as you can see now, is on. For me, it was no drama at all. It went on completely fine. So it's very easy. There's quite a bit of room, sort of thing, once you do it in the correct order. So in this instance here, was a case of I put the cable tie on that bottom oil pipe, and then positioned it so I could cut it basically at an angle. You know, just getting through little gaps. With a really long pair of sharp scissors, like a long pair. And actually, I'll demonstrate. Actually, it was this pair here. It's just that sort of size there. Maybe you could use it without the clip, I don't know, but I did it properly, sort of thing. So pushed it onto there, and then I then made sure that this 10mm clamp at the top here was loose, and put plenty of silicone spray on the inside of this so that it slotted in nicely. And really that went in there, went fine. I just eased it in really gently with a gentle bit of a screwdriver, and it went in fine. Obviously didn't rip it, etc., of course, but it went in completely fine. Hooked up these connections on top here. That's an easy. Bolted it down, and then once it's bolted down there, and then I was able to then put the downpipe on. Again, that went on fine. New gaskets both end. Easy. You can just basically offer up the pipe from underneath onto the 2 or 3 studs here, then connect up the bottom bolts, and then come up the top and connect up the top ones, and then put the 2 bolts in. So that was all fine. So no problems at all on that bit. Now I've just primed the system. So what I've done is I've taken the cover off here, just there, and then in there you focus. You've got that little grey one. That's the crankcase sensor switch. So what I was able to do is I had to use this screwdriver here, long screwdriver, to again at this angle here, just to sort of rest it against the side of the clip, and then I could then put my left hand in and squeeze the clip, because I couldn't squeeze it and pull it because it was obviously such a tight fit on my car. And then that just came off, no problems at all. Once that was off, I was then able to prime the system. So what I did is I removed the oil feed line again. Now I've read the instructions. Put this into a small clear zip bag that came with the turbo, and then cranked it over. Maybe sort of too much actually. I cranked over for about 10 times. And then literally the bag was full of oil. So I'd suggest you just crank it over 2 or 3 times and then have a look, so you don't need to do too much. Took the bag off carefully. Put the 2 crush washers in place, tightened it down, then I've just cranked it over again for another 2 or 3 goes. So we'll assume now there's going to be oil in the turbocharger. Reconnected up the switch. I know the coolant has gone down, so I've just checked in the coolant bottle, and that has gone down. So that's presumably that's now vacuum sucking, or however it works, coolant through the turbocharger. So that's gone down. So that's good. So I'll top that up in a minute as well. And really now we're good to put the intercooler back in. So yeah, I'm going to lob it back in now. I'm not going to put the turbo cover on yet, because I want to make sure that when the car's running, there isn't actually any seeping of oil or coolant from the any of the joints. I tighten up as per the manual. They're not very tight. I've gone a little bit over, I must say, on the tightening aspect. But obviously I don't want to put the cover on and find that I'm driving along and then find that it is seeping or leaking or something, because obviously you can't really tell until it starts burning off. So yeah, let's plan to get the intercooler next, and then I can start the car up. Nice. Right, well, yeah, it's all back together. So there's a reasonable amount of smoke coming off this, but off the turbo area. But I do know, of course, that the engine's now got hot, and I did it for a heat cycle, drove it around for about 10 minutes. And I know that obviously when I tried to syringe it oil in earlier, and then of course turned over the engine with the oil input, pipe in a bag, and obviously then that then spread a fair bit of oil, all over all that. Obviously I cleaned off what I could reach, but it gets into all nooks and crannies, so I'm pretty sure it's just that there's no oil whatsoever dropped on the floor. So I believe that, and there's no oil on my inlet pipe here, so I can't see the outlet pipe, but I know that the bottom of the turbo was in the outlet pipe, and the clip was on, so I think that's okay. There's no coolant leak I had a look earlier. So yeah, that's all in. I've got the ProDrive strut brace in. All looks good. Certainly sounds good. Drives really nice. Obviously it's just smoking, but I'm pretty sure that is because it's just first heat cycle, burning off all the crap. So probably after a another drive, another sort of 20-minute drive, half an hour drive, whatever, I should imagine, hopefully all of that will be gone. But I didn't go too far just in case. But temperatures all look good, and I say I put some cardboard under the car now, clean card, just to make sure that there's no drips coming out of there when I check on it again in a little bit of time. But yeah, it felt really nice. Certainly felt good to drive. So I've got the heat jacket on now that I've sort of did the first test. I took this intercooler back off again, put the heat jacket back on. I thought I might as well. So yeah, I shall monitor that, look for drips under the car later, and then go from there. Cool, nice. Oh, and also now I've got I've now got no front splitter on it, so I took that off. I've kept the middle bit. You can just about see it's a black piece in the middle there. Kept that on there. Probably should take it off, but it kind of looks fractionally better with it on, although you can't really see it in the shot. And the car does look pretty clean actually. It does look better with the lip on, the splitter, the lip on, whatever you want to call it. But the ground clearance is utter horse. If I reverse out this driveway here and scuff it, it just scuffs every time you drive it. That's all. And whilst it's not necessarily doing any damage, it's just a bit annoying. That's all. When I took it out to car park the other day, it went into a basic pothole, and then it obviously sort of yanked the bumper. And then luckily when I went back to the car later, I just had a look, and I think either one or both of the STI fog light covers was loose. So I've now put a cable tie on those, which is just there to secure it. So if they fall down, they're probably not going to fall off, and get lost. And there we go. Yep, nice, cool. that's the play there.